Whoa. Hey everyone. Yeah, welcome to the final monthly opinions for 2014 for the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book and franchise. As you have seen in the video before, for this, I have, of course, obtained through the mail yesterday issue 267. And if you want to read hear my thoughts on that, just click on the video review. And like I said, it's a decent conclusion, a decent end, if you will, to the final issue, final story arc, or mini story arc, if you will, of 2014. So, yeah, and really, it's I like the fact that they have brought in the Werehog from Sonic Unleashed. I like that they have done this. I like the fact that they're giving more character development. I do like that, so it's pretty cool. As far as the upcoming story arcs go, I look at Champions, of course, being the first one. The next 4 years, next 4 months. I look at it as to being probably that one of those story arcs that we have upcoming that's going to set the tone for what we can expect in 2015. I also expect the same thing for Spark of Life. I expect that to be something that's going to set the tone for 2015 as well. As far as the universe arcs go. What else? Well, I expect 2015 to be a good year, but I'll talk about that more later on when I look back at this year. I'll probably do a year in review later on, if you will, even though we're, 22 days away. Might, do one today, just to get out of my system. But anyway, like I said, yeah, it's actually, I think Champions, the next arc, is going to be a pretty good. It's going to set the tone. Spark of Life, which begins at the end of this month and goes on in the next few months afterwards. I think these two stories are going to set the tone for what we're going to get in the new year. Now, another thing that a lot of fans are talking about that's going to be happening next year, of course, is the sequel to Worlds Collide, which is known as Worlds Unite. And from what Ian Flynn has said and has talked about, and from what we've seen through timelines and all this, or basically, well, not just timelines, but basically kind of structured release dates and all that, apparently it looks like, from what I understand, and I think we've heard this already and I've talked about it already, Worlds Unite is going to be kind of like an every other month issue. Basically, when it starts, it's going to start maybe perhaps either in Mega Man or in Sonic the Hedgehog, and then every other month you're going to get another part. Okay, the first 3 parts are going to be in Mega Man, Sonic, and Universe, all within one span. And then you're probably going to skip a month, and you'll probably end up going into the next month, which will be parts 4, 5, and 6. Not saying that that's going to happen. And it could be differently. You could go like, here's part 1, here's part 2, here's part 3, just like you did with Worlds Collide. But then again, if it's going to be as long as what Ian is hinting at, and it's going to go through some kind of a loop to where it's not going to really interfere with the main stories, I definitely see perhaps it being an every other month deal. Like, okay, 1 month will be, like I said, 1 month Sonic the Hedgehog could be the first part, Mega Man could be the second part, but in the in the following months, Mega Man could be part 2. But that same month, Sonic the Hedgehog could be doing what it's doing right now. It could be in its own continuity. Same with Universe. So I feel it could be in every other month deal, so it doesn't really interfere with what we're watching and seeing in the comics. In the current comic, it doesn't interfere with what's going on with Mega Man. It doesn't interfere with what's going on with Sonic the Hedgehog or Sonic Universe. It's going to be something that's going to go like kind of back and forth. It's kind of like with, I guess to give a good recent example, it's kind of like what Doug Walker's doing right now with his 2014 edition of Disney-cember. Basically, because he's trying to dedicate a majority of the month to the Miyazaki films, and I'm sorry if I pronounced the guy's name wrong, Hayao Miyazaki films. He realizes that he doesn't have that many Hayao Miyazaki films to actually review. He doesn't have a whole month's worth to review, so he's basically adding in all these other Disney films that we've either forgot about or knew about, but we just never brought back to mind. So basically, like I say, to give an example, he's doing like one Miyazaki film one day, and then 2 or 3 days later, or a day, and then 2 days, 3 days later, he's doing another Miyazaki film, and the trend just goes on. So that's kind of an example of what he's doing. It's like say one day, let's say he's doing let's say one day he's doing Princess Mononoke. The next couple of days later, he could do The Wind Rises. For all we know. But that's basically how I view what's going on with this whole Worlds Unite thing next year. I see it like, okay, it's going to start maybe around March, April with Mega Man, Universe, the main Sonic comic. And then the following month, you'll probably have the second part and one of the other titles. But at that same time, the comic where it started in will be back to its regular issues. Be back to its regular stories, and then the following month it ends up going into another part. So we could say, for example, like I was mentioning, part 1 could be, in Sonic the Hedgehog, and then Sonic the Hedgehog wouldn't be taking part in the Worlds Unite deal until at least part 3 or maybe part 4, for all we know. And that's how I look at it. Not saying that that's what's going to happen, but that's how I look at it. And I would not be surprised if that's the direction they may go in, if they're trying to loop it around, try to really not, interfere that much with the main stories, but kind of have that looping around to where it's connected with the main continuities of both characters, but it's kind of not really interrupting. It's kind of like an every month deal, kind of allow the extension of it to go that long. Now, I know some people probably are probably saying, well, Ian's not going to let that happen. He's probably going to do what he did before. And that may happen. Plans may change. But in my opinion, because this is my monthly opinions, I think they're going to stick with that because I believe they've realized in the long run that even though Worlds Collide was good, it interrupted the flow of both Mega Man comic and both Sonic comics. It interrupted that flow. It's like all of a sudden you're just pausing what you're reading, you're interrupting it just so you could do this. And I think, in all honesty, they're going to try. That's what they're trying to rectify here, maybe with the possibility that it's going to be every other month. Like I said, 1 month could be Sonic. Sonic could be doing it, and then 2 months later, Sonic could be doing it again. And same with Mega Man. The following month, Mega Man could do it. 2 months later, Mega Man could do it again. Same thing with Universe. You kind of get the idea. But that's how I look at Worlds Unite panning out in the next year. I really do, from what I understand and from what others have understood. As far as Sonic Boom goes, I have not yet gotten the game yet for the Wii U. I will. Um, I did finally watch an episode or so of Sonic Boom, which was Double Doomsday and the one about Stick's pet that she has. And I thought it was okay. I mean, I talked about it in 3 videos, one individual video and two-parted videos, updated ones. And I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I definitely see, like I said in those videos, I see elements of adventures. I see some elements of underground in there, and there's possibility you're going to see some elements of SAT-AM in the near future. But I do see that, and I do believe I stand by what I said in those videos. I do believe that they need to fix it a little bit so where they're not completely repeating themselves, and they always have a new episode every other week or every weekend. They have a new episode. And to really help increase the popularity, I think they need to start focusing on doing full length 22 to 30 minute, 22 to 25 minute episodes, and not just dividing them into 2 separate mini episodes. I think that's what they need to do to take that next step. And I also believe that since Sonic Boom is basically a tune, as Japan likes to call it, I wouldn't be surprised if we see, like I said, the lustful milk gag in there down the line, either involving Amy, Styx, or Percy. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Not saying it will happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. So, that's just my thoughts on it, and that's just my thoughts overall on the monthly opinions, the final monthly opinions of 2014 for the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book and franchise. You guys let me know what you think down below. Comment if you like. Let me know if you agree with anything I've said here, and I'll talk to y'all later.